What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. The Knicks lose a tough one. The shorthanded Knicks to those Dallas Mavericks, 122-108. Tough loss for them boys. Tough loss for them boys, but it's okay, man. We're shorthanded. A lot of great contributions today. Of course, Dante Vincenzo keeps on with his hot shooting. He was great tonight. Played really, really well. Deuce played well. Josh Hart played well. All those guys, you know what I mean? Like I said, we were shorthanded, man. Down Brunson. Of course, they were resting him because of his ankle, which was good. So it was just one of those nights, man. You know what I mean? So I think altogether, man, we just shorthanded. Very, very hard to deal with. The Mavericks with Kyrie and of course Luka. Luka was big tonight. He just looked, which he was pretty much unguardable. But yeah, and that was pretty much the game. Ironheart went out, sore Achilles, so let's kind of watch that and just keep him okay, right? Let him sit out for a couple more games, maybe keep him out until All-Star break. I would say keep Brunson out until All-Star break. We got reinforcements coming through. We'll take we'll definitely touch on that. But all in all, man, I mean, was it really about the game tonight? I don't think so. I think everybody knew what tonight was going to bring. I think tonight was really about the reinforcements that are coming in, right? And of course, the OG Anunoby injury. I will say this though about the OG Anunoby thing, right? I'm really glad that he did decide to go get the surgery. To kind of get that thing like shaken out, because you don't want that to continue to mess with him throughout the year. NBIC, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Thank you for coming through, rocking with your boy LV Live. So I'm glad that he was, he decided to go get the surgery. Like I said, so he can pretty much won't be lingering. You know what I mean? But if when you decide not to do that, you're gonna have to deal with that issue throughout the year and then during the playoffs. And so I'm glad he got it done. Let him recover. They said 3 weeks. Give him the 3 weeks, man. Let him get back. Let him get better. Even if he comes back late March, fine. We got to have all those guys back healthy. We really, truly do. And I think that's been the biggest thing. Is just our injury bug, right? As of late. Of course, it's starting with Randall. Excuse me. First, it started with Mitch. Now with Randall. Now OG Anunoby. Now Brunson. Now Ironheart with the sore Achilles, man. This is really taking a hit. And this, like I said before, man, this All-Star break couldn't come sooner. LA Lion, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV Live tonight, man. The boys lost 122-108, but it's okay. Short-handed Knicks. We saw a Jacob Toppin sighting today, guys. Caught a dunk too off of rebound. Josh Hart miss. It was weird. I'm like, yo, is that Obi out there? Who's that? With the straight backs, you know what I mean? So it was kind of crazy seeing him out there, but cool. He's going to be in a slam dunk contest coming up as well, trying to be like his big brother. But yeah, so that was cool to see, right? He's a young up and coming player with the Knicks. He's doing well down there in that G League, man. He's putting up big numbers. So it's good to see him out there. So yeah, we got to get healthy, man. We got to get healthy. I said this on my last show, but I just think that for a guy like OG Anunoby and how important he is to what it is that we like to do, we got to get him like 100%, right? So I think him deciding to go get this cleaned up, whatever's going on in that elbow, get that cleaned up. It's kind of like how dudes used to do back in the day, just get the knee drained and get a little quick scope, and they'll be back in like a month. That's so old school. That's how things used to happen. So it's kind of good that he's going there. Give him 3 weeks, let him recover. So hopefully him and Randall can come back around the same time, which is good. Which is good because I think that that's basically what has to happen. And then also too, it gives the guys a couple of weeks to right before the playoffs they can start playing, getting back in playing shape, getting back into the rhythm of the game with each other. And I think through that, they'll be able to kind of like take off, right, as a team and really start gelling. I will say this, man. It's great that Big Mitch is coming back, right? So that was the big reports too with him, right? He's coming back. He'll be back. Uh, I think they said after the All Star break, man, he's going to come back and kind of start taking some shots and kind of start getting back out there and running around on the court, man, which I think is fabulous. Because with this thing going on with iHeart with this Achilles, man, we really want to kind of monitor that and monitor him, right? So Mitch coming back, um, being, pretty much. I'm not gonna think he's gonna think. I don't think he's gonna be 100% Mitch, but 65% Mitch, which I think he's gonna be. I'm happy with that. Coming in, I think he should definitely come off the bench and spell iHeart, even in the playoffs, and then I think we'll be good to go. Right. I'm glad to see Brunson was out there on the sideline with Randall. He's walking around, looked like he didn't have on any type of boot or nothing like that, and which was good. He seemed to be moving around okay, so it's all precautionary, which is great. So Corey Lindsay, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Um, so yeah, so that was pretty much what I saw today with Brunson. So Randall on the sideline too. He looked good. He was moving around. Knicks 100 GM, man. Appreciate you coming through Rock with your boy LV Live tonight. So I think they should kind of just rest these guys, man. Get these guys back. You know what I mean? I wouldn't push Brunson to come back. It's a couple more games. It's going to be the All-Star break. Wouldn't push iHeart to come back. I'm going to have reinforcements Saturday. So I think it should just, perfect timing for guys to rest. NBIC says injury bug or Tibbs injuring players like he has in history. And remember, before you answer how many players were hurt under Tibbs, 22 minutes for Taj, we will see Burks running the point. LV, are you happy with the trade, bro? Yeah, Corey, I'm going to talk about it right now. Give me 1 second. Let me address NBIC because he's back in here. NBIC, we've missed you, man. We haven't seen you in a while. And now you're back. Blasting Tibbs. You were missing in action when we were winning like 9 in a row. You were MIA. Now you're back when we lose. We got to love NBIC, a pillar here in the LV Live show. Tibbs is not the reason. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Tibbs is not the reason that Brunson fell and sprained his ankle. Tibbs is not the reason that Randall fell on his shoulder. That's not Tibbs. These guys don't run out there getting torn hamstrings. That's not what's happening. Like, that has nothing to do with Tibbs. If you remember that game, Miami had their starters in too during that time. That's not Tibbs. Now, the Knicks started losing the lead. He had to bring back in the starters because he's trying to win the game. That's not Tibbs. These are all freak accidents. iHeart having a sore Achilles, that's not on Tibbs. You weren't here, NBIC. Like I said, you've been missing in action. But I stated in my other show, these guys aren't even practicing on their days off. So Tibbs are not running these guys for practices too, like he used to do. Those are off days. Like tomorrow's going to be an off day. They're not going to practice. Now, if they choose to go into the gym and shoot around, that's what they could choose to do. But it's not a mandatory practice, man. So these guys aren't even, it's not like the old times. These guys aren't practicing the way they used to. The game's a practice. So Tibbs is not running these guys into the ground like he used to, like what we used to think. This is not a Tibbs thing, man. This is not Tibbs. Okay. Now, Corey Lindsay, I got you, man, right here. Okay, so I love the trade. I love the trade. And if you guys remember, I told you it's looking like it's probably going to be Alec Burks or Bruce Brown. That's what I said. Remember that on LV Live, that's what I said. I told you I didn't think the DeJounte Murray thing was going to happen. I stated that. I said, listen, the Knicks made their big move. They're not going to go get DeJounte Murray. I told you guys that. I said it's either going to be Bruce Brown or it's going to be Alec Burks. And I told you I could kind of see more Alec Burks because Tibbs knows him, the comfortability. Okay. Now, what I didn't see is I didn't expect him to get Barjani. I forget his name. So with him coming over is a beautiful thing. He's big too. He's about 6'8". He can shoot that pill. He can go to the rack. That's a great, I'm not going to say great. That's a sneaky pickup for the Knicks because he's a really good player, right? He's kind of like, I don't want to say he's just like Dante DiVincenzo, but Dante DiVincenzo kind of sneaks up on people because you're like, wow, he's a lot better than what I think. Barjani's the same way. He's a little older. He's 34, but he came into the league late. He came into the league at 25. He does have some of those Euro leagues on legs on him, but he's solid, man. We're not expecting him to come in and play 45 minutes. We're not expecting him to do that. He's good production off the bench. He can light it up from the outside, right? He's kind of like Novocaine that we used to have back in the day. So he's a great addition for that second unit. I think Alec Burks is going to bring stability. And I don't want to sound crazy, but he's going to kind of be like an adult for that second unit. Not saying that those guys are kids, but he's going to have veteran leadership for that second unit to where he can calm things down and things can be run the right way. And I think that he's someone that Tibbs trusts. He understands the system. He understands what the expectation is when it comes to Tibbs. So him running that second unit is not going to be a problem at all. Then it gives an opportunity for a guy like Deuce to really float and do what he needs to do and kind of just score. You have Barjani. I can't pronounce his name. I apologize. In the corner, knocking down threes, penetrating. Yeah. So I'm loving what I see. Also, too, one person we're going to have to make sure we still get minutes is Precious Achiuwa. He's going to have to make sure that he gets minutes for that second unit, which is going to be great. So you have him. Big Mitch comes back. Barjani, keep on messing up his name. On the wing, Josh Hart and Alec Burks. Depending on how Deuce plays, he's going to probably get some minutes here and there, but it all depends. But if everything goes well and everybody comes back, that's what I'm looking like for that second unit. And I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really, really good. NBIC says, really? So you think the heavy minutes takes its toll on the players? Randall has been injured 2 seasons in a row. The last time he was injured was his rookie season. Now he's breaking down. Okay, once again, NBIC, man. He did not break down last season. He landed on someone's foot and sprained his ankle. And then he sprained it again in the playoffs. That is not a minute. That's not a minutes thing, man. You act like these guys just walking down the court and like tearing their hamstring or tearing their ACL. That's not what's going on. He's landing on somebody's foot. What happened to his shoulder just now? He landed on somebody and dislocated his shoulder. That's not a minutes thing, man. Brunson fell on this guy's foot and sprained his ankle. OG Anunoby's got elbow issues. What does that have to do with conditioning, man? That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with Tibbs. These are all freak accidents that happen sometimes on the court. It has nothing to do with getting worn out or playing guys too. This has nothing to do with that, man. And to me, I have no issue with him playing the guys the way he's playing them. I really don't. Now with the reinforcements, we're going to be able to spread our minutes out equally. But also too, if these guys got off days in the middle, man, they should be ready to go when they come back. The problem was, here was the issue with Tibbs. The issue with Tibbs was this, right? There was rumors out there, all alleged, that on those off days, he was practicing guys and having them run hard, like running them like it's games, like really, really hard practices before a game. Drew, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. You know what I mean? So that was the thing. That was alleged all the things with Tibbs. Like in between games, he had guys like practicing really, really hard. That's not happening anymore. I don't know if it's not allowed. I don't know what's going on, but that's not happening. These guys are those are drill days off. They could choose to go in the gym if they want to take up shots, but no, that's the day off. So tomorrow's going to be a day off before they play on Saturday. So that's not happening. These are all just freak accidents, man. Last year, Randall landed. You remember what happened? He landed on Bam's ankle, I believe. That was when it happened against the Heat, I think, right? That's when he first hurt his ankle. It was a home game. He twisted his ankle and he just couldn't get back to being full. He was out for like a while. Then around the playoffs is when he started getting his rhythm back. Then he started playing well. Then he twisted it again, and he just wasn't the same. Then he had to get surgery on it. That has nothing to do with Tibbs. Corey Lynn say, LV, do you think the Knicks will re-sign the players they traded, possibly OG, Ironheart, Alec Burks? Okay, so OG definitely. OG, that's the crown jewel of it all, right? So he's going to get a big time deal. He's the guy that the Knicks have been wanting for a very long time. Ironheart's tricky. Ironheart's going to be tricky. If I want to do percentages for Ironheart coming back, him coming back 40%, him leaving 60%. I think someone's going to pay him, give him the bag, and I think he's earned it. So, in regards to that, Alec Burks and Bogdanovic, I think maybe Burks, but I don't know because they might use those guys in a package to send them out to go get the whale that they want out there, right? And someone's out there. So I think that's what's happening. NBSC says, freak accidents. You think Tibbs is really going to use all of his players? You will see in the playoffs what happens. Again, Taj played 22 minutes. That's all you have to know. Dogs that will get tamed in the playoffs. NBIC. A pillar here in the LV Live show. I'm so glad you're back. Thank you for coming back and rocking with your boy LV Live. Taj played 22 minutes, man, because there's nobody there. NBIC. We have nobody on the team. And then Big Iheart went down. So there's nobody on the team tonight. So Taj had to play. Gravity. Did Iheart get no? I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know. I think they just said sore Achilles, right? So I think his Achilles was a little sore. And he decided to kind of take the rest of the night off. Guys are just chilling, man. I don't think a lot of guys are going to play. It's coming up to the All-Star break. He's going to rest a lot of guys, man. I could see Brunson maybe pushing to try to play Saturday, but I don't think so. Because we got the Pacers, right? We got the Pacers Saturday. They just got smoked tonight too. I think. Hey, man, I saw the Bucks were getting throttled by the Timberwolves, man. What's going on with the Bucks, man? Bucks look terrible, man. They look really bad. I don't know what's going on with them, man, at all. They should have never fired that guy. Then you bring in Doc and have Doc clean stuff up. That's not fair to Doc, man. He don't know the dynamics on that team. Jay Supreme, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Bucks don't play no D. Yeah, they don't play no defense. None. They went and traded for Pat Bev today. Pat Bev is a shell of himself, man. He ain't the same Pat Bev. Wait a minute. Corey Lindsay, did Brook Lopez got traded today? No. I don't think he got traded. Everybody, let me know. Did Brook Lopez get traded today? Yo, Brook Lopez got traded today? Oh, Jay Supreme said, I know it wasn't Brook Lopez. There's no way. He's the anchor in that middle for them. Right. Oh, the brother got traded. Okay. Captain Caveman, I know. Yeah, you see him. You didn't hear that here, okay? I don't want those things to spread. But yeah, man. I mean, altogether, just looking at what we have and looking at everything, I'm really excited how things are forming. I really truly am. I'm telling you, but Bogdanovic, whatever, man. I'm sorry, it's late. Don't kill LV tonight. That's a sneaky get right there, because he could light it up, man. And with him for that second unit, shooting that trade ball on the outside, Alec Burks can knock it down also. You have Precious Achiuwa banging in that middle with Big Mitch. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. You're going to have a great second unit out there. I think it's going to force Tibbs. He may not want to, but it's going to force Tibbs to play 10 guys. And the reason why I say that he's going to force him to play 10 guys is because you're going to have to spell I heart. You got to spell I heart with Mitch, right? Pressure Chu is definitely going to play because we got to watch Randall. King Ribby, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with your boy LV live tonight. We got to make sure Randall is good, right? So Chu is going to get minutes. Burks is definitely getting minutes. Josh Hart is definitely getting minutes, right? So right there, I just named it. That's 4 guys. So that's 9, right? Bogdanovich is definitely going to play. That's 10. So those are 10 guys coming off the bench. Right there, I just named it. Excuse me, 10 guys. See what I'm saying, guys? It's late, man. You guys got to be patient with LV. So that's 5 guys coming off the bench. So 10, he's going to be forced to play 10 guys. He's going to be forced to, because the reason why I'm saying that is just because of injuries, guys. You guys are going to be coming back slowly. So you don't want to give Randall any more minutes because of the fact that you don't want to have him re-injure that shoulder. You're going to want to spell iHeart, because if Mitch is back, because that's the key. That's what pushes us over the edge, guys, with 10 guys. If Mitch comes back, Mitch is playing. So Mitch is going to probably be on that second unit. So Alec Burks is going to spell Brunson. Hart's going to spell Devo. Chu is going to spell Randall. And Bogdanovich is going to spell OG. That's 5. So he's going to be forced to play 10 guys. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, Atlanta Line, yeah, he's the definition of a pure scorer. Yeah, absolutely. All he does is drop, but yeah, man, he gets buckets, man. And he's big too, man. He's about 6'8". I've watched him play enough, man. He could light it up. So Deuce is out of rotation. So it could be, yeah, absolutely. Jay Supreme, he's going to be out the rotation, man. Which stinks because he's been playing really, really well. But I mean, that getting Alec Burks was big, because now you know someone's going to have to take a backseat. And the way Bogdanovich, the way he could shoot, he's going to play. But I'm telling you, bringing Mitch back changes everything, because now that's going to change up the rotations. There's no place for Deuce to go. How many guys are going to keep on the bench? How many guys are on the team? About 14? 12 guys on the bench? I think there's 12 guys on the bench, right? Altogether. So I'm just saying. Jay Supreme said, I get it. It's a win now time. Yeah, man. So I love Deuce. I love what he's doing, but the Knicks are really going for it. They're really swinging. You know what I mean? I think this summer they're gonna get a whale, man. I'm telling you, because a lot of people see what's going on out here. They want to come out here and play. They want to play with Brunson. Brunson is the key. A lot of guys love playing with Brunson. Gravity says, you think they resigned Deuce to him? You think they re-signed Deuce to him? I don't know what that means. You think they re-signed Deuce to sit him? Oh, yeah, man. Listen, man. He only got 3 years, $13 million. That's like, I mean, that, of course, to us, that's, you know, I mean, that's a pretty penny. But that's chump change to those guys, man. Those guys are spending that bread on a weekend. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Jay Supreme Murray didn't get traded because it was asking for too much, Jay Supreme. I told you guys that. I told you guys he wasn't coming. I said they were asking for too much, man. They just were. I just didn't see that happen. I said it was either going to be Bruce Brown or Deuce. I mean, or Deuce Brown or Alec Burks. And I was leaning more towards Burks because he knows Tibbs. And Tibbs loves Alec Burks. I said, I feel for Deuce, man. Could have not have done any more to stay in the rotation. Yeah, man. Agreed, man. But you know what it is, man? It's just hard, man. It's just hard. The league is no joke, man. You got to be legit, man. You got to be legit. I think Deuce was coming along, but who would you rather have in there, Deuce or Alec Burks, man? You got to have a legit pro, man. You got to get ready for the playoffs. That's what that move was, to get ready for the playoffs. And believe it or not, Deuce had his opportunity to show and prove that he could run that second unit. He can't. He's just a scorer. He doesn't know how to run the offense. So you're going to need somebody to come in there and stabilize it to give Brunson a spell. And who more better to do it than old reliable Alec Burks for that second unit? So this is just business, man. Nothing personal, man. That's just what it is. I love what Deuce was doing, but it's tough to kind of keep that flowing like that when you need a guy to really stabilize that second unit, right? So NBIC says, so you give scoring and defense for scoring and no defense. Murray would have been a potential, would made us contenders. Playmaker and defense and scoring, we pass. You know what? I like Murray, NBIC. I do, but it's the asking price. I don't know what they were asking, but I put it to you like this, guys. He didn't get moved anywhere. They didn't trade him anywhere. You know why? Because everyone saw that they was asking for too much. It would be different if he would have went to Milwaukee or went to Boston, or let's say he went to, I don't know, let's say he might have went to OKC or anybody's making a big push. I don't know, maybe he went down there to New Orleans, right? New Orleans just smacked up Clippers last night. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute too. But no one touched them. So that's telling you, man, they was asking for too much. And that's basically it. NBIC says Burks is not a point guard. He's not a point guard. He's not meant to be a point guard, man. But he can stabilize that unit and run the show for that unit. That's what he's coming in to do. He's not coming in to be a star and play 30 minutes. No. Burks is going to probably get anywhere between 15 and 18 minutes just to spell Brunson. That's what he's here for. And that's it. And then if someone gets injured, Burks can play the 2 right next to Brunson. He's a Swiss Army knife, man. You could use him like that. Gravity says, I don't think I wanted Murray to start over Big Ragu anyway. Yeah, listen, man. The flamethrower, you saw what he did tonight, man? First off, really, really quick, everybody, if you saw the game, put 2 thumbs up. And did you see that banger that Deuce had tonight? As Clyde will say, the Devastator. Yo, that was crazy. I see, yo, Deuce, man. He's athletic, man, but he used to play football, man, so you know what that is. Yo, Deuce hit that banger. I was like, yo, Deuce. Had to see the replay. I was like, yo, we got up on that. Atlantic Line says DeJounte is legit, but ATL probably was asking for, they was probably asking for too much, man. No, but here's the thing, guys. You guys are looking at the Knicks, right? Cool, we didn't make the move, but no one did. So you could tell what was going on. No one did. No one touched them. So that's telling that they probably was asking for something crazy, man. So, Jay Supreme said Brunson and DiVincenzo have been playing way too well to yo, absolutely, man. You don't want to mess up the apple cart, man. But you know what's crazy, Jay Supreme? They're playing the same way they played at Villanova, man. They're playing the same way. These guys know each other, man. Like the inside of their backhand, bro. Inside of their backhand. It's late. I'm all over the place. I apologize. But these guys, 2 peas in a pot, man. There we go. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. So I'm just saying, so they're basically 2 peas in a pot, man. So they know each other. And so they're balling out there like they've been playing together for years, man. So you see the chemistry. And DiVincenzo's just playing like he's back at Villanova, man. 36 tonight, man. That boy, yo, listen, the flamethrower. I think, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to mess that up neither. I don't even during this summer. I don't know. I know everybody's talking Spider. Everyone's saying, yo, Spider's coming. Spider-Man is coming to New York where he belongs. That's what they're saying. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. Atlantic Lion said Dante's getting doubled and still dropping 3 shows. The flamethrower. No, man, he's balling, man. He's balling. Like, you know what I mean? I think he's going to probably get most improved, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in that conversation. I would not. And I said Josh Hart out here getting triple double shit. Josh Hart is a baller. Listen, man, everyone's been destroying Josh Hart, man. All he's done is been quiet and play ball. That's it. Doing what he does. Put up numbers. That's it. He's a ball player, man. That's it. He's not perfect all the time. He's gonna make mistakes, but what he does, he plays ball. That's it. He don't go out there. He don't have no set position. He just plays ball. That's it. And you gotta love a guy like that. NBIC, here he goes. He's back. You guys will be crying in the playoffs, right? Did you not see what happened when we played Dallas twice? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, what? I mean, I'm not worried about Dallas. I'm not worried about anybody. I think when we're fully loaded, pause. When we have everybody back, we're going to be a problem for anybody. Anybody. Coach said no playmaker tonight, but this team is deep. Yes, we are, Coach. Yes, we are. Great additions, man. Great additions. Burks and Bojanovic. Excuse me. I'm just tearing this guy's name up tonight. Equivalent to LV. Milwaukee and Golden State shouldn't have let him go. Now, they shouldn't have. But you know what, though, man? You know, they didn't really see the value in him that they do here, right? And you got to understand, too, it's a comfortability that comes with playing here. I've mentioned this on my other show before. Remember, he's coming back home, man. He's coming back home. Delaware's a hop, skip, and a jump, right, from the city, right? So was Villanova. He's playing with his high school teammates, college teammates, excuse me. There's nothing better, man. There's nothing better for this guy. He's in a perfect situation, and so he's playing relaxed. He's playing loose. And that's why he was able to come in and steal Grimes' spot. And they sent Grimes off to Detroit to rot because of DiVincenzo. Because he came up in here like, yo, man, I'm taking over things. Period. And if he wasn't playing well, trust me, they would have pulled that trigger for a starting two guard. But he's playing so well that they didn't. That's what you do with a situation like this. When you have an opportunity to be the best at something, you grab it by the stranglehold. Stranglehold and the sleeper hold, like old school style. And full Nelson. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. You guys don't know wrestling, you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Wonderful. You remember that? Full Nelson. You grab it like that, man. And you take advantage of your opportunity. And that's what the flamethrower is doing. A flamethrower. I think he's going to play huge in the playoffs. Huge. Because you guys got to understand, these guys have been on these stages before. That's why the playoffs were a big deal for Brunson. It's not a big deal for Josh Hart. These guys have been on big stages before, man. It's not a big deal. It's not for these guys. We're going to be dangerous for anybody when the playoffs come. Anybody. You heard it here first on the LV Live show. I know there's a lot of other channels that are great channels, but you heard it here first. We're going to be a problem for anybody. Anybody. You see Cleveland, right? Cleveland is playing their hearts out, right? They play trying to win every game because they do not want to see us. They do not want to see us because they know what time it is. We're a matchup nightmare for that team. They do not want to see us. Gravity says Devo's out here looking like he should have been in the All-Star. Yo, listen, man, I'm telling you right now, it's as if, right? I'm gonna say something ill, right? So pay attention. It's as if he was in Golden State. He snatched away Klay Thompson's skills, brought it to New York, and now Klay Thompson is running around there trying to figure out what happened to his game. Tom DiVincenzo and swiped it from him and took it with him to New York. And now Klay Thompson's running around just shooting up bricks, man. Oh, Garris, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. NBIC says we can't beat teams with superstars. I think we can, and I think we will. We've done it already this year, NBIC. Did you see what we did to the 76ers? Did you see what we did to the Nuggets? Did you see what we did to Minnesota? Come on, NBIC. A pillar here in the LV Live Show. He is back, everybody. He's back causing havoc. He's been missing in action. Now the Knicks lost. He's back in here just shooting flames at everybody about the Knicks. We're a dangerous team, man. We are a dangerous team for anybody. Once everybody comes back, we got the Nova Cats at the top of the key. We got Bully Ball Randall down there. iHeart. OG is back. The dog. We're going to be dangerous, and I cannot wait for Money Making Mitch to come back. The monster in the middle. You put him with that second unit, it's going to be something different. It's going to be something different. We're going to be putting the clamps on everybody. I'm telling you. Jason Preeps at full strength. Let's see how we look against Boston and the Bucks. This is a different team than earlier this season. Agreed, sir. Well said. Well said. NBIC says Cleveland's the only team with a ham and an eager coach. No one fears Tibbs in the playoffs. Just like CM Punk in MMA, no one respectable wants to lose to him. NBIC is talking about UFC, everybody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, NBIC. It doesn't. Do you see the team that we're forming here? Do you see we're dangerous, man? No one's going to want to see us. Especially fully healthy. Nobody's going to want to see us. Corey Lindsay said Cleveland will not go far. Earl Garrett said, I think we got something with Jacob Toppin. Yeah, he looked all right today. He's not ready to Earl. Earl, he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. I saw a couple of things today and I said, he ain't ready yet. Give him time, man. Give him time. Let him develop. He's still a young player, man. That's why they got him in that G League, man. He's got to develop. He's got to develop. He's at Kentucky. He wasn't like killing. He wasn't putting up numbers. He wasn't a first team All-American and stuff like that at Kentucky. He was doing all right there, but he wasn't, you know what I mean? So he's still developing, man. No, Earl. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he does have potential. He does. Definitely does. Atlantic Lions is Cleveland's playoff clown, folks, right? I gassed them up, right? They ain't the same team we just walked through last season. They picked up Niang, whatever his name is, Niang from Philly, and they think that they're legit now. I mean, they got the same team. They got Levert. They got the same dudes, man. We ain't worried about them. Not at all. Because they have nobody for Brunson. Nobody. We're a totally different team than what we were last year, but with a tougher mentality. There's nobody over there for OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby's going to put the clamps on Spider. Trust and believe. It's going to be a long day for him. And you know Mobley doesn't want it with Randall. He doesn't. Jarrell Allen doesn't want it with iHeart or Mitch. They're all scared, man. In a 7-game series, they don't want to see us, man. They do not want to see us. Matt Strus. I ain't worried about Matt Strus. Come on, man. He didn't do anything to get us in the playoffs last year. Nothing. We would have beat them boys, man, if Randall would have came to play, but Randall was injured. So, we gotta give that to Randall. I'm just saying, man. I tell it like I see it. I tell it how it is. But I think we're dangerous. Listen, this pickup, man, is just a fabulous, fabulous pickup. We just gotta get everybody healthy. I get everybody healthy. If I was the Knicks, I would not play Brunson for the next couple of games. Let him chill, let him sit. I wouldn't play Earhart. Let him chill, let him sit. I'll bring Alex Burks off the bench. I wouldn't start him. Or maybe you can. You could probably. Well, no. I wouldn't start him. I would do exactly what I did today. Bring him and Bogdanovic off the bench. Let's see how that looks and take it from there. I will let everybody else chill. Gravity says, how is Cleveland winning like this now? Yo, man, they're playing a lot of weak teams. Yeah, man, listen, they're on a roll, man. They're playing a lot of weak teams. They're catching guys on, you know what I mean? So it happens, man. Spider's doing his thing out there. He is. I mean, Spider's no scrub. We all know that. Spider is legit. But it's all about matchups, man. Now, speaking of matchups, right? Last night, I stayed up late because I wanted to see my man Herb Jones. Everybody on here been talking about Herb Jones. I've seen him play a couple times. And I saw the Clippers play against the Pelicans last night. Everyone's saying the Clippers are going to win it, right? Which I believe. I think the Clippers are legit. They do not. Listen, they do not. I'm going to say it again. The Clippers do not want to see the New Orleans Pelicans in the first round. They do not. They do not match up well with them, man. They do not. They got a lot of long, athletic wings over there that get busy. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, then of course CJ McCollum. Right then they got, of course, Zion. Then of course you got Brandon Ingram. Like they got a bunch of long, athletic dudes over there. They were giving the Clippers problems, man. Problems. And Zion is still Zion, man. He going to that Baja with ferocity, man. He kind of had a slow start, but in the fourth quarter, he started picking it up. And you forget how good, Brandon Ingram is. He's big, man. He's like 6'10", 6'11". So once again, I'm using that to say this. Everything's all about matchups, man, in the playoffs. It is. Do you match up well against this team? Do you? The Clippers do not want to see the Pelicans in the first round. They do not. If they see the Pelicans in the first round, they're losing 6 games. They're going to lose in 6 games. If Cleveland sees us in the first round, we're going to get them boys out of there in 5 or 6. When did we get them out of there last year? We got them out of there in 5, right? Did we win 4-1? They only won 1 game. That's right, because we won game 1. They won game 2. We won 2 at the Garden, and then we came back and got rid of them in Cleveland. So we smoked them boys. 4-1. Yeah, we got them out of there in 5. That's what I'm saying. So that's my point. They don't want to see us, man. They don't want to see us in the playoffs. They do not. It's just not a good matchup for them. And like I said, they played the Wizards like 4 times. That's what I'm saying, man. So I'm honestly not too worried about them. I think they're playing well. I think they are. I mean, they're racking up wins as they should. That's how they got the number 2 seed. Hey, man, wait. Well, let me see. Did the Bucks lose tonight? Let me see, man. Because I think a bunch of teams lost today. I think we're still kind of like in the I think we're still in the 4th seed. Yeah, the Pacers got smoked tonight. Minnesota beat Milwaukee. They lost again. Yeah, man. So I think we're still in the 4th seed. I think we're still in the 4th seed. Okay, says LV, what do you think our weakest link on the bench? It's a great question, man. Great question. I don't see anybody because I think everybody has their superpower. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I think that I expect certain guys to come in and do their job, right? So to me, it's not really meant to be a weak link, right? So I don't expect Mitch to come in and try to shoot like block shots and rebound. Bogdanovic, I expect him to knock down jumpers, right? Which I think he's going to do. He's a pro. He's 34 years old. He knows how to do this. I expect Burks to be Burks, right? I expect Josh Hart to be Josh Hart, and I expect Precious Achua to be him, right? So I don't, you know what I mean? If guys aren't coming out trying to like do things that they shouldn't be doing, like we don't want Josh Hart taking a bunch of threes. Like knock down if you're open, but not shooting like 10 threes a game. We don't want you to do that. You know what I mean? So I think if we do that and guys, which they've been doing, right? I think we'll be fine. And I think that I don't really see like really in the weakest link. Hopefully that answers your question, sir. Jason Priest said the Cavs are a good team, man, but matchups matter. And Mobley and the Fro don't want they don't, man. They don't want nothing with money making Mitch, man. Nothing. And then Lion said third seed is ours. Just need Cleveland to fall off like they should. Corey Lynn said ties for third or for ties for the 3 seed, yeah. Atlanta Lion said got to be Burks if he's playing the point guard. I don't know, man. Burks has been having a good season over there in Detroit, man. I think point is fine for him. It's solid. Once again, guys, let's remember, he's playing point against the second unit of other teams. He's not playing point against a starting team. Like he's not going against Kyrie. Like he'll probably be playing point and going against a backup. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not too worried about that. You know what I mean? You don't want Burks starting the game at point. That's what he was doing before when Burks was here, instead of having IQ run the point. Remember that? And so that was the issue. But Burks coming in for that second unit, he's playing against guys, you know what I mean, that aren't that good. Excuse me. Let me not say that in the NBA. That aren't as solid as the guys in the first unit. So he could handle that for the second unit. NBIC says, dude, they are the second seed. We not seeing them. We need not to be worried about the Pacers or we need to be worried about the Pacers or the Heat. We are still the 4th seed. Either team can take out Tibbs and coaching. Both are championship coaches. NBIC's back at it, man. I'm glad you're back here, sir. A pillar here in the LV Live show, NBIC. Okay, I said I think Tibbs gets creative. We're matchup night. Listen, man. I think Tibbs has got exactly what he wants. Yeah, I'm not worried about the Heat anymore. I'm not. I'm really, really not. They don't match up well against us. That's why we blew them out the way we did. They have nobody for Brunson, man. Nobody. Did you see what he was doing? I told you guys, Scary Terry is not it, man. He's good, but he's not it. He's not it, man. I'm not worried about that guy. You just saw what we did to him. We blew them dudes out, man. And Brunson is too much, man. Too much for them dudes. J. Supreme, for about 10 minutes per game, Brooks. That's what I'm saying, J. Supreme. Exactly. We're not asking him to play like 30 minutes. You just let Brooks run. It'll probably be more than that, probably like 15 minutes. They might put him at the 2 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Let him rock out like that. Spell Dante. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm just bouncing some things around. They might do some stuff like that. But he's not. I ain't worried about Burks is going to be fine, man. And he can knock it down. So believe it or not, you're bringing firepower off of the bench to go against another team's bench. So you basically have starters. Remember, Bogdanovic and Burks are like starters. Those guys are like starters, man. So you basically have them in a second unit. They can shoot, they could score. You got guys that are aggressive like Josh Hart and Achua. And then if Mitch comes back, what did my man say? Oh, baby. I'm telling you, man. We're dangerous for anybody. It doesn't matter. Burks isn't a playmaker. It will hurt us, especially how Tibbs plays him. MBIC. Back at it. Earl Garrett said, I just hope that the ankle injury doesn't affect. But no. Earl, I think he's fine, man. Did you see him tonight? Like he was moving around. She was chilling, man. He's fine, man. He's fine. Like they said, there was nothing that serious. They just a quick sprain. He's okay, man. I'm not worried. I think he'll be fine. They're gonna give him a couple more days off. He'll be good to go, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really too worried about Brunson. He'll be fine. NBIC, didn't the Heat just go to the NBA Finals with G Leaguers? And you're not worried about the Heat? No, I'm not. I don't care what they did last year. All those guys are gone. All those guys are gone. I'm not worried about the Heat. I'm really, really not. NBIC is back, everybody. He's back. So it's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be extremely, extremely exciting. I mean, I like exactly what they're building. And also, too, guys, you got to understand, too, we got all our first round picks. We got all our first round picks. We gave him a bunch of seconds. We gave him 2 seconds. So that means we got 9 seconds left and 8 first rounders left. So look at all the picks that we got and some contracts, some people we can move off of to go land that whale this summer. People keep on saying Spider. They keep on saying Spider. I told you guys before, and I'm going to tell you again. I think Leon's going to pull off something magical. He's been doing his thing. I'm telling you right now. I would not be surprised if he goes to get Devin Booker and brings him to the Garden. CAA Mafia. You heard it here first. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I would not be surprised if he pulls off a monster deal and gets Devin Booker in the Garden. I can see something crazy happening, man, this summer. I'm telling you, especially with how the Knicks look. Everybody wants to come here. The Garden is on fire right now. They want to come. They want to be part of what we're building here. And everybody wants to play with Brunson. They see what he is. So I'm telling you right now, man, I think they're gonna pull off a major deal. That's why they didn't give up no first. That's why they just moved things around. I'm telling you right now, pay attention to the landscape and relationships. They're gonna land a whale this summer. Something crazy. And everybody's gonna be in a frenzy. I'm telling you. All right, guys, listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right. Also, too, if you're watching this on replay, if it's your first time coming by, please subscribe. And also, to leave comments, guys. I respond to the comments. I definitely do. All right. But I'm LV Live. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight, man. I love all you guys. Thank you again for coming through and rocking with your boy. All right. I'm out of here. I will see you guys Saturday night for that Pacers game. All right. I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people.